Thanks to you, my daughter has nothing. Nothing. And I want to know why the house was put in your mother's name when you've got two flashy cars on the drive. Sorry? Is that really the way to speak to your ex-mother-in-law? Is it?
She couldn't believe her daughter didn't keep the house because her ex-son-in-law put it under his mother's name. This was not what she expected. His actions shocked her.
Thanks to you, my daughter has nothing. Nothing. And I want to know why the house was put in your mother's name when you've got two flashy cars on the drive. Sorry? Is that really the way to speak to your ex-mother-in-law? Is it?
Well, it is, yeah. Listen here.
So could you please answer my question? Why is this house in your mother's name and not? Why did my daughter not know about this?
Well, unlike your opportunistic. That's how you say the word. Opportunistic. That's how you say it. Daughter, yeah. Unlike her, I'm a very caring son. So I thought, well, I love my mother. Let me buy my mother a house in case if I sadly maybe pass away before my mother.
No, I'm sorry.
But it could be likely. So my mother has a nice, lovely house.
You didn't think to mention this to my daughter?
That was a valid point. He was trying to take care of his mother.
You didn't think to mention it to her?
I need to love her.
I mean, she married you and she loved you and she trusted you, and all the time, her home, which she decorated and did things with the garden, all that jazz.
With my money.
Was it your money though, or was it your mother's money?
Oh, my mum's money. Well, no, I bought it for my mum. It was a gift. It was a gift.
Really? And you couldn't buy flowers like most people do for their mothers?
Oh no, I bought the flowers for your daughter.
I don't think you're intelligent.
Intellectual is what you can call me.
You're intelligent. You wouldn't have put the house in your mother's name.
Your narcissistic daughter. She played this whole thing like a game.
Narcissistic?
Yes, love.
I suppose you even know what that means.
Well,
narcissistic, because you certainly don't know how to write your name down on the house.
I played this game like a game of chess, and I won.
Is it all about? It's not all about winning, you know.
Well,
this was about trust and
she
marriage.
Thought, you know what? She set up everything like a game of chess. Cool, there's a house here, there's cars here, there's businesses here, there's everything. We have a great life. Oh, cool. Let me just take it all.
Maybe he saw a picture of what was coming and decided to stay one step ahead of the situation.
Do you think maybe? Oh, do you know what? Karma's a bitch. Karma is a bitch. You will get your comeuppance, don't you worry.
Nothing.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it.
Straight out of the Hakimi playbook. Love it, absolutely love it. Looks like the divorce didn't go somebody's way. She's mad that her daughter didn't get his house. I bought the flowers for your daughter. The daughter wanted the divorce so she could get the house like normal, and it backfired. The mother can leave her home to her daughter. Problem solved. It seems like he was paying attention when Hakimi was lecturing about this matter. We can't say he was on his phone when Hakimi was talking, as his grade speaks for itself. He achieved the highest mark possible. Apparently, the outcome of this divorce didn't go as they had planned it, and a lot of people are not happy about it, and it got to this point. However, his explanation can be considered as he presented a valid reason for having his assets under his mother's name. As he confirmed, it was all about making sure his mother was good in case something happened to him. He was thinking about his mother's future. He decided to give her the house just to make sure she had a roof over her head in case she needed it. It was just a great display of care, and I think it was an honorable gesture. Wouldn't his ex-mother-in-law be proud of her son if he did a similar thing? What mother wouldn't be happy to know that her son thought of her? I think his ex-mother-in-law is upset because she saw herself spending time in her daughter's new house, but the outcomes of this divorce didn't make her dreams come true. and it was something she wasn't willing to accept without a good explanation. But as a mother herself, she has to agree that her daughter's ex-husband is a good son for doing this for his mother.
Instead of working and saving to buy a house like everyone else, she has an idea of a shortcut to get a house quicker.
When the 68-year-old man starts hitting on you at the grocery store and you realize this might be your one shot at homeownership, choose the ones with more than one home so you can split and take one. Until you find out he has an irrevocable living trust that was put in place prior to the hookup. Now his kids are laughing at you. His successful daughters would put you back in your lane. Most old men got their assets transferred to their kids. Don't be fooled. This is not a good strategy to own a house, and those who have this plan will quickly realize they have fooled themselves when they understand that these guys are smart. Most of them either have all their assets transferred to their family members, or they already have another system in place to prevent this type of situation. Did they really think it's that easy to own a house? They better articulate another plan if owning a house is their goal. Why aren't they planning to work and do it as everybody else? Most people work and save their money to buy a house. Why is she looking for a shortcut? Do they really think those men don't have families who will be looking up to people trying to take advantage of them? This is where they are mistaken. She'd better get a job and start saving because that strategy is less likely to be successful.
Imagine saving $50,000, then finding yourself in a situation where you will have to split that amount in half, but you will also inherit half of your spouse's debt, which is $100,000. So you went from having money saved to having a negative balance.
Let's say that you have $50,000 in your bank account because you didn't have a postnuptial agreement, and because this money was earned during the marriage, it's half hers. In a traditional sense of a marriage, being a joint financial partnership, you're entitled to half of his savings and he's obligated to pay for half of your debts.
So he also inherited my student loan debt. You know
well, he didn't though. That's typically separate property. How much student loan debt do you have?
About $100K.
Yeah.
¿100,000 en deuda tienes? ¿Quieres lo capto? No. ¿Está traducido correcto lo que están hablando ellos?
Am I interpreting correctly what they're talking?
Estoy loquito, escucho por acá $100,000 de deuda. Muchas cosas. Wow.
Why did she look so excited when she said, "So he inherited my student loan debt?" How are they married if they can't even speak the same language? The lawyer just said the student debts is separate property, so he isn't supposed to pay it. The hardest part of this type of situation is not splitting what you own in half, but the fact that you will take on someone's debt. This is what makes it more challenging and hard to deal with. Imagine living responsibly and making sure you own nothing, but due to life situation you find yourself giving half of the money you have saved, and to make it worse, you now owe $50,000. I know it's something that would make anyone really sad. Did you notice the satisfaction and excitement on her face when they mentioned he would have to own half of her debt? I do understand her reaction. She just found someone to carry half of that weight, and I know it feels good from her side, but we can't say the same thing when it comes to him. So he went from having good savings in his bank account to having a negative balance. That was a big change that would affect anyone, even if you are the most optimistic person in this world, but this is something she should have disclosed. But how are they married if they can't even speak the same language?
She won the lottery and is excited to give this news to her husband, but she also wants a divorce. I bet he wasn't expecting the second part.
Honey, pack your bags! I won the lottery!
Oh my God! What should I pack?
It doesn't matter. Just get out.
She meant for him to leave, for good. He will get half of your winnings. It's the end of this story for you. He is the one who won. While he thought they were about to go on a long vacation, she had another idea. It was time for him to make his way out of the house. But she needs to slow her enthusiasm because at this point, if they are married, he also won the lottery, so he is entitled to 50% of whatever she won. But based on her reaction, it seems like he won the lottery 2 times. because he will get part of the money, and at the same time, he will be free to find another person who will be able to love and appreciate him for who he is, not for the things he can provide. Since she has her money, he will no longer be needed in the relationship. Therefore, it will be good for him to find a person who will appreciate what he brings to the table besides money.
This is all for today's video, and I hope you like it. I want to let you know that you guys are our main motivation, and make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our daily upload.